Hello, and glad to have you here. Today, we're going to talk about or have a discussion around how important it is to have a daily method of operation for your business. And I have three important points about that. Now, there are a lot of things about that are important about a daily method of operation, but I don't want to sit here and talk your ear off or, whatever like that. So I want to be able to just, give you certain things that I found really important. So these are probably my top three. And I'm hoping that you will jump in and ask your questions. And if you have any comments or opinions, those are also welcome. So, whether you're watching this live or you're getting this on the replay, please drop in and let me know where you're coming in from. And let's go from there. So, first of all, when we're talking about a daily method of operation for your business, it's something that's really important because it gives you a framework for the day. It gives you, something. So if you don't have one, let's look at this. If you don't have one and your day gets crazy or your day is just regular, if you don't have some type of a plan of attack, then you end up losing time and not realizing why. And at the end of the day, when you look back at it to see, okay, so how did things go today? I know things didn't go as well, but how can you even have something to look at to see what you might do better, what you might do differently, those types of things. So, before I get into it anymore, let me introduce myself. My name is Cherie Woodard, and I help business builders and entrepreneurs to use social media to get prospects, leads, and sales in their business. And I do this in a variety of ways. I use attraction marketing philosophy. I use lead generation, as well as I talk about video marketing, which is where you learn to do videos, do live videos. And live videos are the most important at this point in time. And even the trending thing right now is doing micro video on Instagram Reels and TikTok. I'm sorry, I can't even get that out. TikTok. So, just so that you're aware, so I use those things as well as other updated, modern, and trending strategies and tips to help you to grow your business and to be able to do the things that you want to do. So that's it. That's what I do basically. And as I wanted to let you know early on, because sometimes I forget to say this towards the end, but I'm going to drop some information about the top two anti-salesy posts. And I will have information on the video when it's downloaded in the comments section for you to check it out. Just take it out. I can't even get this out. Check it out and take a look at it. So, all right. So I got notes here to keep me on track because those of you that have been around for a little bit, sometimes I end up going off on tangents and I have to bring myself back. And that's what my notes do for me. So when we're talking about a daily method of operation for your business, it's important to have a daily plan, as I kind of mentioned before. If you don't have a daily plan, it could cause you to have a very busy day, but not a productive day. Not one that is going to further your business along or continue to move it in the direction that you want it to move. Uh, in a daily, and it can daily method of operation is what I learned. I didn't know this. I wasn't using this before I came online, but once I came online and joined a mentorship education company, I started to learn things that I did not know before. I learned about skill sets and what I needed and that kind of thing. There I go off on a tangent. But I learned about daily method of operation. And basically, it's a plan for your day daily so that there are no surprises. There may be certain things that you want to talk about. Like some people like to do theme days. So Monday motivation, Tuesday tips, or and like that all the way through Sunday, and then pick it up again at the same thing, but use maybe a little bit different information. Give you some more points. Like I'm only doing 3 points, important points today, but I may say I have that as something that's on my schedule to do. I'm doing a daily method of operation is like, let's say, I don't know what day, but whatever day you would put that under. And then you would come back and give more information that's helpful to people that need that help because they didn't have quite a plan. They didn't have a schedule of things or activities that they needed to do, something that they could check off, or and I like checking things off. So for me, that's really important. But the other thing, so a daily plan, that's the first thing. That's what it is basically. But I'm used to calling it a daily method of operation because it's how I learned it. And then I have on and during your daily method of operation, when you're writing this out, you might want to, like, initially brainstorm your plan, or your daily method of operation. How are you going to do it? What do you want to do? Who do you want to help? And what can you put on your plan that's going to help them? And that would include the things that you're going to do daily. Like for me, it's posting, doing my lives, it's giving encouragement, it's doing stories, it's using the features that are on Facebook and that are, on a couple of the other platforms that I use. So the next thing is, when you have that daily method of operation, you need to have a plan of priorities. And the way I learned it from our mentors here and leaders was to have at least three. So, number one would be your top priority. Number two would be the things that would follow next. Number three might be the things that, if something happens during your day and you can't get to it, you can move it to another day. And you can also, if you needed to do that, you could do that with the things that were listed as, second priority. But it's important to have something so that when things get frustrating, and you know how your mind then kind of gets stuck and you're like, ooh, or at least let me put it this way. The way my mind gets stuck and I feel like, oh, I can't think, well, I have it written down. And so, and it's in my computer. So it helps me to be able to focus, refocus, check out what I need to do. What are my non-negotiables? The things that I have to get done today, and I'll just do those things. Like when my son had kidney stones and he was having an attack, and we ended up, I had to take him to the emergency room, and it was on Christmas Day after dinner, and I was so stressed, and I ended up, I want to say I stayed at the hospital that night. I can't remember exactly, but I had my phone with me. My daily method of operation was in my plan. And so I was able to do my non negotiables, even sitting there in the hospital and waiting for news of my son because they decided to take him to surgery the next day. So it was just like, ah, but I had everything that I needed right there in my phone, and I had my daily method of operations. So I knew the things that were non-negotiable, and I did those. And then I was able to move other things off to the next day or even later in the week. But because my kids are important to me, and I'm sure if you have kids, they're important to you, and you want to be able to do whatever you can that's best for them. So it was a tough time. It was an emotional time. It was but I knew that and I had been in this, learning this, and growing from this daily method of operation and the priorities. So I it didn't catch me off guard. Maybe in the beginning, when I first started, but this time when we had to go straight from, we got home from my sister's house because Christmas was there, and then we had to head straight to the ER. And that was, I think, before, yeah, it was before the stuff that we're walking through now. So that really saved me, having my plan and knowing what it was and being able to prioritize. So, and then I have the other important thing is evaluation. And evaluation without emotion. You have to take the emotion out of it to see how your day went. Not, and you don't want to be hiding stuff from yourself, right? Because you only want to make things better for your business and those people that you are speaking to. You want to make it so that it's as fluid as possible, and you can keep things moving. So when you're doing evaluation, we learned a way to evaluate that keeps you from getting into negativity, that keeps you from being extreme emotional, that keeps you from beating yourself up. And I really like this way, and it was I knew well, I'll think of their names later, they'll come back to me right now. But right now, uh almost there. I just remember, oh, Melissa Dunkley is one of the people, and can't think of his name. Her husband at the time, they Blair, Blair and Melissa Dunkley created this way of evaluation that would keep you from getting stuck in the negative and helping you to remember, take the emotion out of it, and just evaluate the day. And so, in doing so, then you're not sitting there beating yourself up and crying or whatever. You take the first part is what went well about your day, or what went well, and you can only name three things. And then what didn't go so well, you can only talk about or name two things. And then what might you do differently, and so you talk about what you might do differently, the one thing. So it's three of the what went well, two, what didn't go as well, and then the last one is one, what might you do differently? So I was able to use that to help keep me from getting into, you know, wanting to attack myself and be upset with myself. And, we have a tendency to do that. And this helps you. You have to take the emotion out and move forward with the plan of evaluation that helps you to keep from being all negative about yourself. So you can't go over three, you can't go over two, in negativity, in talking about the things that didn't go well. You can only use two, so on. So I think you got that, so I won't keep going on with that. And I'm looking at the clock because I want to be respectful of your time. So I hope this information was helpful for you. Daily method of operation is, like I said, something I learned when I came online. It was among the things that I first learned, as well as that I did need skill sets. That it was just a better, different way to build. And I love it. I have not gone back to what I used to do, any old school ways, any ways that made it almost unbearable for me. I love being online. I love being able to go live and let you guys see me, let people see who I am, hear my voice, decide if they like me or not. Maybe it takes them a few weeks. Maybe it takes them a few days. Maybe it takes them one view and they're like, I'm out of here. I'm taking a powder. So anyway, that is about it. I'm not seeing any comments or anything, but any questions about anything that I've said, anything that I can clarify for you, you drop it in the chat. And yeah, and I'm not seeing anything of right now of where people are, but I know that people can catch this on the replay as well. So I'm going to go on and get off of here, and I hope you're having a great day, a productive day, and not just a busy day. And I hope that this gives you something that you can build on to help you in your business, to help it to grow and grow in the right direction. So basically that's all. So I'm going to go on and I will have that information on the video when it's downloaded in the comment section that I talked about earlier. And have a great rest of your day wherever you are in the world. Take care. Bye now.